my safe haven here. But is it really for me? There are two wolves fighting inside my head lately, and I don't know which one is louder. I've been thinking about a lot of things last month, not just about where I want to live, but about how I actually want to live. The hottest season is closing in on Andalusia. That time of year when being outside in the middle of the day feels like your mind is being melted by the sun. You retreat to the shade and quietly praise whoever invented air conditioning. You rediscover your love for early mornings and late afternoons, when the light is still soft enough to catch some fresh air, smell the flowers, walk on the grass that hasn't yet been burned by the sun. It feels so peaceful. It calms down my nerves, which I still tend to trigger too much sometimes. In the middle of all this softness, I'm wondering if I'm really made for this kind of life. Can I actually live in the middle of nowhere, or am I fooling myself? I always thought I was a city girl, and yet, out here, something in me relaxes in a way the city never allows. Sometimes it feels like two wolves are fighting inside me, both loud, both hungry, and convinced they are right. And the more they fight, the further I feel from knowing which one to follow. Or maybe I already made a decision quietly, somewhere deep, and I'm just not ready to admit it because it would mean disappointing the other part of me. Let me be honest with you. I'm not getting any younger, like all of us, but many of you would be probably surprised knowing how old I actually am. Anyway, last year has been about making decisions, but the biggest one, I believe, is still ahead of me. As we found our home in Andalusia, now we need to choose how we want to live in it. You know, whether to stay in the city, where we know ourselves pretty well, or the countryside, where we are calming down in the way that city never let us. And it's super important decision because we finally want to have something that's ours, you know. And I still haven't won the lottery, so clearly we can't have both, unfortunately. That's sad. I believe that there are many sensitive souls among you, and I'm wondering which team are you? Apartment in the city or house in the nature? Let me know. How is the city supposed to compete with this? How am I still considering the rush when here the only sounds are the ones made by nature. No noise, no pressure. But then I remember, the city has its own kind of quiet. Cafes at the right hour, undisturbed mornings walks when the streets are still asleep. I walk to run an errand instead of driving, ordering dinner when I'm too tired to cook. Peace isn't just one shape. Everyone finds their own version of it, eventually. Right now, I'm trying to find mine. I remember when I finished university and I applied for my first real job as a professional. I wanted to put something on my CV to show who I actually was, not only what were my qualifications. So I put this one line of Lord Byron, which goes like, I love not man the less, but nature more. It still resonates with me a lot. I love cities, I love the crowds, I love architecture, culture. It inspires me a lot. But nature, it reaches the deepest layers of my sensitivity and it helps me to nurture it. On one hand, city boosts me to create, but the nature helps me to immerse myself in the process, which is like really important part of my life. I wish my husband was more decisive, but we're on the same page. And I don't want to portray it as a problem or whatever, but it's like really important and really big step for us. So we have to think it through properly. Mm. After slow days in the Andalusian countryside, I went to visit my husband's family in Italy. The landscapes there is different. The light, different silence. Being there, something in me kept asking the same quiet question. And after spending time in Italy, I came back with more of it, not less. The kind of confusion that doesn't feel like being lost, but more like standing at the beginning of something I haven't named yet, but I'm going to face it. See you in the next video.